Iran said they getting their lick back. You remember that LOSCR truck? LOSCR. Iran said vengeance for all at the end of that track. After calling him bloated orange toad a loser. Iran is back with more other tracks. And you probably did not understand why at the end of those videos Iran said vengeance or revenge for all. Vengeance for all, I think. Because what Iran was actually trying to do was to include everybody in the fight and tell you guys to sit back. We are going to avenge for all the things they have taken everybody on the globe. We are going to do the job. We will avenge and revenge. We have black people in here. Malcolm X. Remember, in the last one, they had not included black people and Malcolm X. And Vietnam, I think, and others. Oh dear. Now they even have a new track about the No King's Day. It's good to see. Okay? It is good to see. And they are not stopping any time soon. They are telling that bloated orange toad, you said you're coming, come closer so that we hand you what belongs to you. For all these other groups, let us be the ones to avenge and bring justice. Can we look at these clips and what some Americans have to say about this, especially from the black community? We will come back to talk about it. Like and share. I will be back with more. Iran said they getting their lick back. Iran said they getting their lick back.
on behalf of Black people, on behalf of our stolen ancestors, on behalf of the girls from Anab at that school, on behalf of the children in Gaza, on behalf of the indigenous from Turtle Island, babes, and more, on behalf of the little Epstein girls, babe, they hit everybody, and they said, look, we getting our lick back for all y'all, okay? What y'all think?
So we all know how Donald Trump is trying to plan a ground invasion in Iran, and Iran clearly knows it, and they are baiting Donald Trump to come to Karg Island or any of those islands out there and see what happens. This video called Welcome to Iran's Hell is when they unleash what they call Epstein's revenge.
The island is empty. There is no sign of anyone.
Sir, Iranian forces had fled before our attack. We have captured southern Iran.
Welcome to the hell.
Talk about brutal. It pains me to see that that's what they plan on doing to our men and women in uniform. But it also sends a message to Donald Trump and the rest of America that there should be no ground troops in Iran. We all understand why Donald Trump is doing this. Again, he's only going to war with Iran to cover up his crimes with Jeffrey Epstein, because he still hasn't released those Epstein files. So to the Trump supporters out there that are still supporting this war, do us a favor and lace up your boots and go to Iran's hell, since you really believe in your daddy's war.
Not Iran out here correcting their mistakes. A few days ago, earlier in the week, I came across this video. And so black folks was like, well, all right, Iran, we gonna let you do your thing, but you forgot one very important group, the Black Americans, right? And so last night, Iran came back and posted this. said, how can we forget one of the most important groups out there? Nah, we need to redo this and we need to up the game. Listen, and for those of you that are down in my comment section talking about this is propaganda, I know it's propaganda. But you see, what the United States puts out, that's also propaganda. Yeah, but y'all are silent on the United States putting out propaganda. Yeah, all of the lies that Donald Trump tells on the daily, all damn day about this war, yeah, that's propaganda. But y'all are silent on that. And most importantly, Iran didn't start this war. It was Donald Trump and Bibi Netanyahu, the United States and Israel, that started this war. So you can miss me with the book. Y'all are silent on who started this war. And if there's a joke to be had about this situation, I'm okay, Whiskey. I'm all right. I'm okay. He see me getting a little amped up. And so he's checking in on me. Yeah. If I find a joke in the situation and it's to be laughed at, I'm going to laugh at it. And if it's funny enough, I'm going to bring it in to the rest of you. Black people voted against all of this in mass. So you can get out of my comments sitting on your high horse talking about this is propaganda. I know it. I know it. And I voted against all of the propaganda and the lies and the deterioration of the United States. That's all I got. Y'all ain't gonna see me no more today.
The most important takeaway from all this Iranian Lego propaganda for me, black people, we are safe. I know we've been hitting their colleges and their schools. I doubt they're going to be targeting any HBCUs. I believe this is one of the latest propaganda videos that they've put out amidst this conflict. They've definitely been they've been winning the meme front of this war. And, you know, modern war has evolved. There's lots of new aspects of it that, you know, we wouldn't see in a history book about World War II. But when it comes down to the meme front of this war, Iran is kicking ass. The video starts off with a Native American jumping off a horse at a missile launch site. And then it cuts to some Africans. And then it cuts to people who are clearly African slaves. Likely African slaves in America, because guess who this video is targeted at? America. Then it cuts to Japanese victims of the Hiroshima bombing. Not the first time they've referenced that. They had Lego people with prosthetic arms to symbolize the damage that has in fact happened to citizens in that country. They bombed a girls' school where they're saying over 150 people died. They mentioned that too. Not to mention the Epstein victims, they got them ready to press the button as well. But what really is the icing on the cake for me, they got Lego Malcolm X. They got Lego Malcolm X in front of a crowd of civil rights organizers from the 60s in Lego form, ready to press the button for the stolen blacks on the missiles. Again, we've been bombing their colleges. I think the HBCUs are safe. I'm just speaking to it, dog. And they really put names on these missiles, talking about for the stolen blacks. I'm gonna let that black slide in memory of the people of the villages of Vietnam. They're not playing. For the victims of Epstein Island on a missile, definitely a situation to keep your eye on as a whole. The Iran conflict, as much as they say it's probably going to end soon, thousands of troops over there doesn't exactly paint that picture. I'm always covering stuff like this. Shoot me.
Y'all, Iran made a Lego movie and it is hitting Black Americans right in the feels. And here's why that is not by accident. So on March 24th of this year, right, 2026, the official Telegram channel of Iran's Revolutionary Guard dropped a 54-second AI-generated Lego movie called One Vengeance for All. Oh, you ain't seen it yet? Roll that beautiful bean footage. So in this video, we saw Lego Native Americans. We saw Lego Africans in chains. We saw the bombing of Hiroshima. We saw Yemen, Vietnam, Gaza, and the Epstein files. And then it ends with an Iranian missile striking the Statue of Liberty, whose head has been replaced with a demon. Now, we know the original Statue of Liberty was a black woman, but that one that they got up there, that ain't a black woman. That's a white woman. They didn't traded her out. So I'm okay. We'll allow it. The Black Delegation will allow. And the final words on screen are one vengeance for all. Baby, that video was not random. Every single victim group that was represented in that video was chosen to speak directly to Americans who do not trust our own government and never have. This is called information warfare, and Iran is winning. Just like I told y'all, Iran already won this war before it started, and this is one of the very ways in which they're doing it. Because here's the deal. When the United States, right, and is not real, bombed Iran's girls' children's school in the middle of peace negotiation talks, their supreme leader, Iran knew that they couldn't outweapon the United States of America, but they had a plan. A meme war, bitch. So while the United States is posting video game clips and celebrating their missile strikes, Iran is making a narrative, which isn't really hard because America's entire history has handed them the ammunition. They are writing the narrative and telling the story that says they are not fighting for themselves. Iran is not just fighting for Iranians. They are fighting for everyone who the United States of America has harmed, has hurt, has victimized. And that hits a little bit different when you're looking at enslaved Lego Africans with chains around their wrists, of which you are descended from, standing next to an Iranian flag. They know what they're doing. But I need y'all to understand that this is why media literacy matters, okay? Because Iran knows what they're doing. This is propaganda. Full stop. That's what it is. And we know that Iran is not innocent. Iran is not without blame. That government and that certain supreme leader, although has shown solidarity with Black Americans, has also victimized and assassinated citizens, protesters, tens of thousands of their own people in the streets. They have oppressed their own ethnic and religious minorities. This is a fact. But it cannot be said that Iran is not strategically smart. They're using Native American, Indigenous American, and Black Americans' pain that we have been through, that our ancestors have been put through in this country, as a recruitment tool for sympathy so that we all work together against our common enemy. So where we are right now is that the USA just sent a 15-point peace plan to Iran, and Iran said no. They rejected it. And Iran sent back a 5-point counteroffer, including reparations and sovereignty over the Strait of Hormuz. And so Trump extended his deadline to bomb Iranian energy plants until April 6th. That's a week away. Negotiations are currently happening through the middleman, which is Pakistan. Trump says that the talks are going great, but neither one of these nations trust each other, and analysts are already warning that if Trump does not reach some sort of conclusion, that we could be pulled into an in-ground invasion. Them Iranian mountains is gonna swallow us whole. And it is confirmed that 13 U.S. service members are already dead. And there have been over 72,000 Palestinians killed since October of 2023. We know that Gazans are still being blown up. And now Iranians and Lebanese and Sudanese and Congolese, listen, the clock is ticking, and we're looking at Lego movies that are begging us to have solidarity against a common enemy, even if that enemy is the nation that we reside in. I don't know, but as a Black American, I kind of want to see the empire fall. That's just me. Because when has this ever been a nation that has given us love? When have we not had to fight for our right to exist and be free and have equal rights in this nation as Black Americans? They still don't want to give us reparations, but they fought tooth and nail to get Germany to pay reparations to the survivors of the Holocaust. Where's ours? Why are we not allowed to talk about racism and anti-Blackness and white supremacy? We're still battling those very things in this nation. And so, I don't know, that little Lego movie kind of hit me in the heart. It hit me in the feels. And I kind of stand with the oppressed people. All I'm saying is, bitch, this is one hell of a show. And it is having real life consequences, and we're watching it in real time. And Iran knows exactly what they're doing and who they are trying to reach.
Iran, stop the war, loser, stop blinking in our name. And then we see him completely like terrified, mortified, actually petrified is what we see him as. And his left hand is in a cast, which is interesting because his right hand is the one that turns blue. And then we see people protesting. We see the Palestinian flag, no more, stop the American flag. But we also see rappers, you know, like thugs, like, you know, like the homeboys in the street corner. And you see the diversity of people that don't want this. Then we see this, quick solutions to convince people. He pulls out K. Oil price, $120. But pay attention to his desk. Then we see him nervous, scattered-minded. And when he pulls it out, it says Karg Island. And he opens it and you see the plans. You see what says that and then actual intelligence data. And then we see him talking to someone who appears to be from CENTCOM, Operations Center. And then we see a CIA agent approaching him saying, "Sir, Iranians have released a new Lego style animation." And he grabs his iPhone and is like, "No," crying. And then it changes into Karg Island. You see multiple people getting prepared on the Iranian side. So a week ago, I reported that they were hit in Kuwait, and that's where they were sleeping. They were working from home. And you see them playing chess on Iran. You see a soldier hyperventilating, fetal position, having some sort of episode. You see this one panicking because he doesn't want to be there. None of them want to be there except the ones that are evil and are out for blood. And then you see Iran moving in. And you see someone, what appears to be hammering a coffin. And this is very interesting because the Iranians have stated that they are already on Karg Island and that they are keeping watch. This is very, very smart. And then they move the coffin, it says for loser, into the ambulance. And the first rocket fires, a bunch of them end up firing, and they hit Kuwait. And the coffin is being delivered by CIA agents to Trump. You see the American soldiers freaking out because it says danger. They're about to be struck on the plane. And Trump is hiding in what appears to be a bunker. Pay attention to the children. Pay attention. Double X. We've seen cartoons. That means that they're unalive. And he's holding the broken plane because that's how they were hit. You see the U.S. naval ship. The coffin has been delivered to the Oval Office. You see him trying to text, send a tweet, a truth social. Pay attention to the dolls again. And the coffin is open in a room filled with unalived children. And he is screaming, shouting, and it cuts to the end. He's in disarray. His desk is disheveled. There's an unalived little girl there. There's paper everywhere. His hand, his tie is loosened. He is just shook. Again, the children are speaking the loudest.
So I was wondering why these mini movies that Iran makes are Legos. And I thought that it would be a shout out to Greenland, which is owned by Denmark, who make Legos. But then a friend of mine suggested it's because Trump and the Epstein crowd are so dumb and stupid that they would only understand a Lego movie. Please tell me in the comments what you think.
Good day, good people. I am hoping that you all are doing all right. Hopefully the Most High is keeping you, protecting you, and preserving you and yours so very well. I do appreciate all of you and your support to me on here. And join me as well to give a special shout out to the members of this channel. You guys are highly appreciated. And to all of you that send in donations through the super thank button. Thank you so very much. I really, really appreciate you guys. Hey, we are catching up on this meme war. We know who started this meme war, bragging so very much, thinking that he has the cards in his hands. But it looks like as things keep advancing, the more we realize that he does not have as much control as he thinks he does. Because Iran is striking even harder with receipts. I love the fact that they are not coming with propaganda. Tell me one thing in one of these videos that was propaganda. Because none of it was propaganda. Okay? The world has seen all of this, and I think that's the reason as to why the world is siding with Iran. You would think the people back home in the States would be like, we have to side with the homeland. Not anymore, because guess what? The senior propagandists are not doing anything at all to even help it at all or even hide their tracks. They are putting everything right there, and guess what? The world sees. And the world knows. Bloated Orange Toad and Babyland, they are the enemy. They are the cancer to the world. Iran told Bloated Orange Toad that the only enemy that the world has today, and the only person that has ever used nukes on other countries, the only country that is a threat is that United States of Embarrassment and Babyland and Bloated Orange Toad. They are the ones that have caused chaos. They are the ones that have tested these things they are accusing the Iranians of allegedly wanting to do. Yeah, so they are like, we have to avenge and help the world get rid of this. Right. Right, because I know for sure that if somebody helps us to get rid of some of the worst warmongers, criminals, and monsters, the world will indeed be a safer place, and I promise you, the world will clap. Now, I understand that this is something very sensitive because it concerns real homelands of real people, you know? But when you look at it, how do you people of the homeland benefit out of this when they want to cut the medical care or health care bills and funds to literally send it to the war? So your people die. You're going to be losing people over here in Iran, your soldiers, servicemen, and all of that, and the investments and everything that you had this side for billionaires and everybody else, okay? It's gonna be destroyed. But guess what? They not only want to have this destroyed, they want you destroyed to back home. So you die. Because guess what? They care for the most is their egos and interests. Right? So I know that at the core of every American heart that is seeing the reality of the way things are running, you guys can be able to tell that there's no way this is going to benefit any of you at all, at all. Then Iran even, is picking the right fight when it comes to this, because this might look like Lego movies and, small little clips, but we all saw how big knockings they was. Probably have indicated and post some little clips, okay, of what happened. All right, what went down. Yes, that I had to take a break. Okay, because hey, you need it sometimes, all right? But it is the biggest demonstration. It's the biggest protest that ever happened. Now, much as people will be like, protests are not effective unless people are able to express how much they detest that regime, and they are sending a message to the world. It's more like you are drowning and you have to raise your hand for someone to notice that something wrong is happening. You can't swim anymore. So they have to come and rescue you. And because of that, that's the reason as to why Iran is able now to include everybody and saying, vengeance for all. Now it's not just our fight alone, but we are fighting for all those voices that can't speak now, those that were silenced before time. People rose their hands in that protest, the biggest to ever happen in the United States of embarrassment. Okay, yeah, you Americans rose your hands. You're like, we need help. You know what? Because I've been making these videos and you could hear sentiments of Americans saying, we keep intervening in other people's business. When is the world ever gonna come and intervene and help us fight this terrorist? Because when he's talking about, these are terrorists or these are criminals, we need a regime change here, we need a regime change there, Americans are like, we need a regime change over here. We need it. We need somebody to come and step in and help us put an end to this. Our Congress is not capable of doing that. The Senate is not. Nobody is here to help. So Iran is like, well, we got you Americans. That's why they included the No King's Day protest as well. And then we have to remember the history of Iran towards black people as well. Apparently, during, I don't know which war was that, every other service person was seized. But these people let the black people go. They did. They let the black service people go. Because they know for them they were held captive, they were forced to serve. They had no option. I don't know about now, if they will close a bit of their eye on those black service members, because we have seen in these very Lego videos, Iran is showing that a lot of service people are actually crying. Some of them are literally holding stress relievers. Like, I'm telling you, they are holding stress relievers just to make sure they can stay sane. We have seen a lot of service members, they don't want this. Okay, they don't want this. A lot of them have spoken out. You find so Iran has a lot of weapons to use to fight that dictator, that wannabe king, that bloated orange toad. And guess what? If that LOEC or whatever truck drops in America, I have no doubt it's gonna be the most streamed. It's gonna be the most streamed because wow, you guess what? They're using black people right there, man. I'm like, yes, let's go, baby. Like, and then the loser himself, they sent him his own coffin. Yeah. LOS here. Let's Iran, let's go. Do not stop. Okay, I come from Uganda, and Uganda has been in the news lately of our alcoholic, whatever guy that I may talking about. They will be going to fight for is it real? Is it not real? And they will attack Iranians. If you are from Iran, we do not resonate with his sentiments. We all know what is happening. That man is a comedian. That man is an alcoholic. Please don't listen to him. I'm here from Uganda. And I say, what? Punish your enemies. It's okay. Punish your enemies. They started this. Let's see how they are holding. But from the look of things, the chief of propaganda has been propagated nicely. He's literally being whooped right, left, center. Keep releasing those. Iran, yes, and please, we know that the ceasefire is not an option until when they are brought to their knees to beg. Let them beg like they cause and force other people to beg. Hey, and I also wonder, like, you guys, they took out your leader. Is there not something that you can be able to do, hey, like, I don't think if you take bloated orange, I know it's hard. Okay, this is a difficult favor to ask, but I feel like sometimes we just need to eradicate the problems somehow, like, or maybe we have to resort to asking God to give them their sleeping pills early. Not the right thing to do, but they are the cancers to the world, and we need healing. We do, because these people are literally causing generational traumas. That's why I appreciate the fact that now Iran was like, you know what? In the first Lego, we didn't involve and include. We need a bit of diversity. And we know he's against diversity. DEI. The number one DEI hire, right? He's against diversity. So Iran is like, why don't we use the very weapons that are formed against him? Because they will, when we hold them, they will prosper. Okay, and they are using diversity here, and we know that he doesn't like it. It's the devil hates to be reminded of his fate too. What do you guys think? Please like and share. And if you appreciate these compilations that I bring out here, consider subscribing to the channel. That's another way of supporting. And if you don't mind, I do have a membership down here for you guys to look through. And those of you that want to donate extra, I do have a super thank button down there as well. I will highly, highly appreciate the support and the love. And again, I appreciate all of you in general. That's what I had for us today. Why don't we see each other in another amazing video? May God watch over you and protect you and protect the people of Iran and the innocent people. Really, yeah. All right, guys. See you later. Bye.